Hello there and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a new series. It may not be a particularly long lasting series, but I'm trying to expand my horizons a bit and try out some new games. So this is a game called Townscaper. In fact, it's not really a game, if I'm honest. It's more like a toy, because there's not any real aim to it. It's just you build and you just experiment with the algorithm, essentially what it is. It's hard to explain what this is without showing you, so that's what I'll do. It's very simple. You've got a menu down the side here with all your different options. There's not a lot to it, so really it's just a case of you can save your towns. Or start new ones. This is the grid. You can turn the grid on and off if you wish. Just here, I like to keep it on so I can see where I'm building and what what shape things are going to be. As you can see, as you move the cursor around, it tells you what shape the piece that you build is going to be. And down here, you have all your different colours, and that is basically it. So let me show you what happens. So you choose your piece and you click, and it builds a bit of land. If you click it up again, it will become a building, and you can keep on going and it randomly changes. If you right click, you delete. You can also build up, and then you can delete a layer out of the middle, and as you can see, that creates a kind of a raised building on legs, and various different things will appear in here. And so the whole point of the thing, obviously, is all about design, but it's also the algorithm that it uses to build these things is very random. And so every time you build or delete, you get different little pieces, like these benches and the trees and things. You get different things appear depending on how you build. Different shaped roofs like this. Different pieces down here, different doors and things, and obviously the colours dictate what colour building you build. And so you can see just by randomly clicking, if you just for a bit of fun, let me just do some random clicking and see what happens. You'll see that it becomes a little town, or a large building or whatever. You can see just how random it is and how much fun you can have by just randomly clicking. It's just a bit of a laugh, but it's a beautiful looking thing. It really is. I mean, it's such simple graphics. These birds are a new addition. I bought this, I think it cost me £5, and I bought this quite a long time ago when it was first out. It has been out a while, and the creator does keep on making small changes, and I know these birds are a recent addition, where see they're sitting on the roof down here. If you click on them, if you build, it scares them away, and I believe they just fly around and then they'll randomly find another rooftop to go and land on. There's nice little touches like that. I think the designer is slowly adding more things like that into it. So there we go. So that's Townscaper. So what I'm going to do, because I've not really played this properly yet, I've not really tried to actually design a town. So that's what I'd like to try and do. So I'm just going to start from scratch again. Here we go. And I'm gonna see what I can do. It's not going to be particularly in depth, because there is only a certain amount of planning you can do, really. But what I'd like to do is try and create some kind of a decent looking town. I think most of what you can do is it's about height variation, really. Obviously the colouring can make a big difference, but for example, one building that I'd like to try and design would be something like a church. But it's not as easy as just saying, right, I want this building to look like a church, because all the buildings essentially look the same. So it's more about how you shape it and the colouring, which is going to make something look like a church. So to start off with, I'm just going to create some land. That's all you can do here, really, just to start off. obviously I will have some rivers running through my city at some point. Actually, let's call it a town. Let's be honest. The game's called Townscaper. I'm building a town. It's not going to be a city. It's never going to get that big, I don't think. So let me just... There we go. Let's just get a decent bit of land going. I do love that it's a random looking grid as well. It's not a square grid because that would be really boring. So it forces you to make something a bit more random looking, which is pretty cool. I really do like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with some kind of a big church type structure in the middle. Now I think out of all these colours, I think white is probably most appropriate for some kind of a church. So let's see what happens if I just start building. Let's raise these up a bit more. I have no idea if I can actually get this looking like a church. I think towers... Yeah, you see, you get towers up here if you build... Yeah, if you have to kind of build them separate to each other. Yeah, you see there, that stops. So maybe if I build... Let's have a look around here. I think maybe if I build there, that will then turn into a spired tower. Yeah, okay. Still doesn't look like a church though, does it? How can you get it looking more like a church? Oh, I like that with the steps. That's nice. It's not very church-like, but I like it. No, see, that's not church-like either. This is going to be tricky. Okay. Ooh, there we go. A little arch. It's not really church-like. Do you know what? Maybe I'll give up on the idea of it being a church. How about a what's the word I'm looking for? What do you have in a town? You have like a council building, like a, the central building that the town is built around. I quite like that actually as a main entrance there. Now in that case, maybe not these big spires on the top. Actually, maybe those spires might look nice on each side here. That looks quite grand, doesn't it? Let's just... Oops, no, hang on, wrong one. Let's get another tower. Oh dear, I'm not doing that well, am I? There we go. No, that one's really small. Why is that small? You see, this is the randomness actually, which I do like. Oh, how about I get a big tower on the corner there? Oh yes, I like that. Although actually, then I feel like this tower should be here. There we go. Oh no, it's still off centre, isn't it? That tower needs to be there. So let's raise that up and that down. Okay, and then I think that needs... Oh no, that doesn't work either, does it? See, this is fun. I like this. I like this having to experiment. There we go. That looks better. Yes. I like that as an entrance. Oh, hang on. What was that? I liked that. Oh yeah, I like that with the sort of an archway under there. Does that work if you then extend it as well? It does. Or that. Ooh. No, I preferred it when it was just one. Like that. I like that. That looks very cool. Now, what I will need to do is extend a bit more out there. Am I liking the colouring? I am. Although, do you know what? I think some of this back here should be... Oh, I like those stairs. I do like those stairs. Right, I think some of this layer back here should be a different colour. How about this red colour? Yes, that looks nice, doesn't it? And in here as well, I think. Yes, I like that. Mate, how about this piece? Should that be red? Yes, that makes it stand out a bit better, doesn't it? Oh yeah, I'm liking that. That's a nice first building. I even like this little, the sort of a back entrance door. Actually, you've got a few doors, but this bit in particular, I like this sort of star-shaped pattern. That looks really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Great, there you go. There's our first little building there. That's pretty cool. I like that. So what else do I want in this town? Do you know what? I think I want a river running right past here. This little walkway bit here. So if I build, let's keep the base as white. I think have a river running through here. somehow right round the back here. Can you do a little bridge? Yes, you can. That's good. I like that. Yeah, that's great. So you can see how you can have a lot of fun with this. It is pretty simple. I think it's the sort of thing you're not going to play it for long, and I don't think you're not really going to play it over and over again every evening. It's just a bit of fun. You know, if you had a bad day at work, you come home and you just fancy doing something a little bit creative but not stressful. You don't have to plan. You don't have to think too much. You can just have a bit of fun. I think this is the sort of thing that you could have a lot of fun with. Just playing around with all these different shapes. I can't get that looking right though. That's annoying. Oh no, that looks absolutely terrible. No. Hang on. It's because we've got awkward shapes there. Okay, how about if I bring it through here instead? That's a little bit better. That's better, yeah. And then don't have it coming this way. Yeah. I love the little sound it makes as well. Yes, that's such a simple little thing, that little sound effect of when you build. But yeah, I kind of like that. Right, okay, there we go. So there's the start of a river, and I think it needs to run... Do I want it to go along the front here? No, probably not. I think I'm going to have some kind of a... Can I... No, see, I'm not going to get any sort of straight line here, am I? I was thinking I could do like a nice tunnel of buildings kind of leading up to this entrance, but that might have to be a bit of an angle over here, I reckon. Let me just extend out sideways here. And we shall see what I can do. So if I want some buildings down the side here, actually no, I don't want white. Let's go with a bit of blue, shall we? Let's see. And then yeah, see the randomness and obviously the funny angles that the grid goes at, it's going to stop you from really creating tunnels in a straight line. But that's fine. I like, you know, straight lines aren't good anyway, so I like that it's not going to let me do that. To be honest, that's good. That's fine. I like that. That's too blue though, so actually I'm not really liking the colouring. I'm thinking I need to break this up with some different colours. So let's get a bit of green, maybe there, maybe an orange or two, and a purple. That doesn't look purple. No, that's still orange. Okay, I didn't click properly. Typical, that's me for you. No, that doesn't look good. That's okay. Let's get some purple here. Let's just get another blue here. Yeah, I like that. That's, yeah, I like the multicoloredness there. That looks pretty cool. Maybe just a red one on the end there. Okay, that's our first little street. Actually, I just need to. I think that street needs to be a bit longer. So let's just build this out here a little bit more. Actually, I think some of these things should have gardens. Can you? Yeah. See, look at that. You can create kind of gardens like that. Where? See that? Didn't build a door. How about if you? Yeah, there we go. Do a little extension. It puts a door on, so it's like these places have got their own sort of sea views, patios. I like that. That looks pretty cool. Oh look, you see this house has got one, but it's right outside these three. These three would be very jealous of that one, wouldn't it? Look, that's the only one with a door. I wonder if I can change that. No, you can't. Has that put another door in? Yes. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that looks nice actually. So two of them have got a door out to here. The other ones have to jump out their windows. But that's fine. Who hasn't had to jump out of a window or two in their time? Oh, look at that. You get just a tiny little pathway going through the corner there. That's kind of cool, but I don't actually want it just there. But I think, yeah. So every time I do that, that's gonna leave that little pathway there. That looks quite cool. So if I do the same that side, actually I could just do that. That looks nice. Try and vary it up. Except what's going to be out here? Is it going to be? It's going to be the river. I think it's got to be the river, hasn't it? Yeah. Let me just go back to my generic white, and let me just bring the river around here. There we go, and then the river can also come off in this kind of direction. That's, yeah, let's keep that going all the way down to this sort of junction point here, where I can then split it out kind of into, yeah, I can split that into two like that. That looks okay, doesn't it? I wish there was a way of doing this en masse. I don't think there is, where I could sort of block out all of this and say I want all of it up one level, rather than having to go along like this and click each individual piece. That would be quite a handy tool. I'm pretty sure there's nothing like that in it. I'm not sure what... Ooh. Oh, not seen that before. Oh, that's interesting. Just changes what it looks like. Okay. That's just weird. That is very strange. Let's just stick with that one. Yeah. So yeah, you can see what I'm aiming for here. It's I don't think it's something that's going to keep me entertained for long, but it's a bit of fun. It's the sort of thing I'll pop in and do sort of 15 minutes here and there. You know, and eventually I think the grid can get quite large. That's the edge at the moment, but I think as you build, yeah, you see, you build out there and it makes it bigger. So I think you can get quite large in the end. Let's just have a look at a building here. Let's do something that fills up all of this space. No, not white. I've done too much white. Let's go... let's have a look at yellow. Yellow's not bad. I wonder if you can do like a big courtyard thing. How does that work? Do you actually... Oh, look at that. Oh, look, if you... Oh, I like that. Yeah, you've got a tiny little entrance here. You've got a door in here, and it fills it in with grass. Look at that. I do like that. I really like that. And then, well, that, yes, that stays if you then build the second layer as well. Okay, let's have a look. What colour would go well with yellow? A bit of green at the back. Here, maybe a... Yeah, let's make that a tower. Actually, do you know what? That green looks terrible. I'll take that back. I need it to be a darker green. Yeah, that's a bit better. I have no idea what this building is, but I quite like it. I do like that it fills in with some sort of parkland. That looks very cool. I wonder if you could do that raised up as well. I will have to try that out somewhere. Yeah. Let's do a little dockside thing, actually. Oh, do you know what? I wonder if you can make something look sort of industrial. Let me have a look. Now, how did you do it? So if you raise it up and then you delete. Yeah, that's interesting. Except it needs to be brown. Hang on, that's too high, I think. Actually, maybe even that's too high. Maybe... Yeah. Okay, that's... Yeah, that's potential, I suppose. I'm trying to think of what you get at Docklands. You get this sort of... You know, get cranes and things, don't you, sticking out into the water, but obviously there's nothing like that. But you can kind of create the idea, I think, maybe by doing this kind of thing. Ooh, yeah, I like this sort of bent legs at the side there. That looks good. How about if you let's bring this one out a bit more, and then I might be able to just squeeze a bit more, make like a little proper little dockland area here. Yeah, it's something a bit different, isn't it? I quite like that. Let's just mix up the colour a bit. Let's get a red one at the end here, I think. Maybe a double. No, I'm not keen on that red. About an orange. Ooh, quite like that, where you could kind of swim underneath it. Yeah, okay. Right, well, maybe this is going to be like a big... maybe this might be an ocean then over here, I think. And this is our little industrial area. So maybe that would be sort of the edge of our city that way. And then most of the expansion will come over in the other direction, maybe. Yeah, not sure. We'll see. Not too sure what else I could try and make these buildings look like. It's kind of tricky to I think the game needs a little bit more control before you can really be creative with it, if you see what I mean. So maybe you can actually dictate a little bit more some of the styling of what you place down. Don't know if that would ruin the fun. Oh, I don't like that. I like the roof. Let's get rid of that. Let's stick one random green. Oh, I keep misclicking the colour button. Oops, I think I just yes, I didn't mean to do that. Or did I? Actually, yes, you need to have a little bridge over there, don't you? These things all need to be connected. Actually, makes sense to have a bridge there as well. Yeah. See, that doesn't look good. I was hoping that would kind of blend in with the buildings next to it, but it does it differently, which is a bit annoying. That must be the roof. Yeah, each colour building that you build has a different type of roof. So if you do different ones next to each other, they don't always blend together particularly well. That's a shame. Kind of makes sense though. I understand why that's the case. Maybe you need to kind of do more variety. No, that doesn't work. No. Let's just stick with what I had. Let's do a tower at the end. Yeah, interesting. It's an interesting game. It is. I think there's potential with it. I don't know how far the creator is taking it. I assume he's going to continue developing and coming up with some new ideas. Maybe new things you can place down on purpose rather than it being quite as random as it is at the moment. I mean, randomness is good, certainly, but I think it'd be quite nice if you could have just a little bit more say in exactly what happens with the buildings. Where, you know, if you could choose a little bit more, maybe of. I like the randomness with the shape of the roof, and depending on what combination of things you put down, it changes the shapes and everything. I like that. But maybe the architecture style. So, for example, like I tried at the start, I was saying I wanted to build something that looked like more like a church. Maybe I could select a different style of roofing or something like that. So you can say, right, I want this to look like a church, so I will choose this style, and that would look more churchy. I don't know. Just a thought. But it's fun, you know. It's a simple little thing. I think this would be a great little fun thing to keep children busy. You know, I'm a big fan of children playing creative games like this rather than games where they're killing people and you know, shooting and that sort of thing. I'm not really an advocate of that sort of game for children. I don't have children myself, but when I do, I will certainly be encouraging them to play this sort of games that I play on the channel here. Anything creative. I just don't think kids need to be pretending to kill people. I don't think it's good for them at all. I mean, I grew up on this sort of game. Games like SimCity, The Settlers, and anything where you were just you were learning the art of management in a way. I mean, a lot of these building games, it's not just about creating good looking towns. It's certainly things like The Settlers. It's all about working out what's the word, like supply chains, you know, trying to hang on, so I've just had an idea of bringing the river through here. There we go. Yeah, trying to, you know, making sure you've got the right resources in the right place. So resource management, that's the word I was looking for. That's what I grew up on. And I think it's had a big influence on me in my life. I'm a very organised person, you know, with money and things like that. I like to know where everything is and where everything's going. And I genuinely think it's because I grew up playing games like The Settlers, where the whole point of the game is that you have to know where your resources are, how to gather more, and where to move them and where to put them and what they're needed for. I think that played a massive part in what I'm like as an adult. Yeah, I don't know. I might be wrong there. Maybe it's just something that I have in me anyway. But I like to think it was because of the games that I played. Well, it's coming along quite nicely, actually, isn't it? Yeah, there's a lot to learn in this game. There's a lot of things like this with the courtyard. I'd like to play around with that idea a bit more. But yeah, I think there's potential here for a bit more. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. I think we've all had a bit of a taste. I would highly encourage anyone to go and get this. It's, like I say, I think it costs about £5, and it is good fun. I think it's one of those things that will develop over the next couple of years. I think if the creator keeps going, I think it could develop into a really good fun little game. And for a £5, it's going to keep you entertained for a good bit of time over and over again. It's the sort of thing that you'll just come back to, play for half an hour and then forget about for a month. But then in a month's time, you'll remember it and think, oh, I love that little thing. I'll come back to it again. And I think that sort of thing, you can't put a price on that. You really can't. I think these little things that keep us entertained in the evenings, you know, relieving the stress from your work day or whatever, I think they're priceless. I really do. So I would highly encourage anyone to go and pick this game up. It's called Townscaper. You can get it on Steam. That's where I got it from anyway. I don't know if you can get it elsewhere, but that's certainly where I have got it from. So yeah, let's leave it there. I may well come back to this and do a bit more. I'm not too sure. I may have to play around off camera for a bit and see what I can do. But let's leave it there for now. So I hope you've enjoyed this first look at Townscaper. I'm going to be playing some other new series on the channel soon as well. So keep an eye out for those. And obviously my Planet Zoo and Foundation series are going to continue for a long time yet as well. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed this brief look at Townscaper. And I will see you very soon, I hope. Take care, stay well, and I'll see you soon.